Hey there, singers. How are you? Happy Tuesday. It's election day. I hope that you're out there voting and making your voice heard out at the polls. And now, what I'm going to do is going to give you an exercise review from our lesson last night to help your singing voice be heard. We're going to focus on the two exercises on the descending arpeggio. Okay, so just as a quick reminder before you get into your practice today, what I want you to make sure you do is if you're standing and you're joining me, you want to make sure that your feet are grounded on the floor about shoulder width apart, nice and relaxed, a slight bend in your knees with your weight in your heels, okay, so that your butt's tucked under you. If you're seated like I am, just make sure that the back is up, your back is off the back of the chair, and you want to keep a nice lift in your torso. So our descending arpeggio line is like this. Sol, mi, do. That's what we focused on a lot last night at our Monday lesson. The idea behind this practice session is that it's just going to be a quick 10 or 15 minute video so you can just go back through the exercise that we did last night. You don't have to go through the entire lesson unless you want to. So what we're going to do first is we're actually going to do the staccato version of this. The staccato version is where I'm going to pull my stomach muscles in, okay, to make very short disconnected notes. We're going to do it on a he, a ha, and a he. He, ha, he. I'm going to pull my stomach muscles in and release them so that I can create the mode of staccato, okay? Together. He, ha, he. 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 What key are we in? He, ha, he. 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 So as a reminder too, we're going to do a few more of these, but just as a reminder, you can sing it in any octave you like, okay? And the whole purpose of this is to get you feeling your stomach muscles, okay? Because those are the sort of titans of breath support that I'm always working to harness in my own singing, okay? So I like an H because it's an aspirate consonant that forces me to pull the stomach muscles in order to create it, okay? If you feel like you're not pulling your stomach muscles in, if you don't feel sort of that buoyancy in them, it might be that it's getting caught in the back of your throat. So you might want to do a quick check-in before we continue. He, ha, he, to make sure you're getting some buoyancy with that. He, ha, he. 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 Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take that same pattern, but we're going to make them legato on the word Oreo, okay? Now, in order to make the R easier for that transition between vowels, I'm going to take it out for the moment, okay? Eventually what we're going to do is we're going to flip it. But what I want you to do right now is I just want you to go Oyo. And what you might notice is my mouth is not opening very much. I am keeping a lift in my cheekbones like we've talked about in past streams, where I'm going to keep a nice lift, okay, so that I keep those vowels in nice position behind my nose. So it's not nasal, it's just behind my nose, okay? And my O is in my lips, okay? My E pulls back a little bit and my O comes back. But there's no real change in my mouth position. I'm not going O, E, O. I'm doing O, E, O. Okay, together. O, E, O. 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 As I get down to those low notes, I'm really biting into them. Okay, I'm chewing on them a little bit vocally, all right? Also, when I take my breath, I'm getting my breath on the key change. So you don't need to key change with me on your vowel. O, E, O. O, E, O. Sorry, just swallowed some spit. That was gross. O, E, O. O, E, O. Now, the other thing about my breathing that I think is important to mention here is that my onset breath for that O is on air, okay? So I'm not doing a glottal stop. I'm not going O, E, O. It's not like that. It's O, E, O. Very elastic, okay? The way that I'm doing that is that I'm releasing my breath and singing on it. But if you're struggling with that, one of the tricks you can do is put just a feather-light little bit of tiny H. Not a big ho, but ho-e-o. Just a little feather of it. Ho-e-o. 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 I didn't like that one. I'm going to redo that. That's the B flat 4. Always a little tricky for me. Oh, down here, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add that R, but I'm going to add it as a rolled R, so they're Italian Oreos. Oreo, Oreo. Okay, it'll help keep the tongue in my teeth more dentalized so that I'm not chewing on the R so much. I'm not saying Oreo, I'm saying Oreo. Oreo, Oreo, Oreo. And when I inhale for this next Oreo that I'm about to sing, I'm inhaling my vowel, that first vowel that I'm going to sing. Oreo, 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 I'm actually going to put an Oreo on every note of this descending staff, which is actually what I think we did last night in the lesson. So I'm going to go Oreo, 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 Gosh, I'm terrible at two hands. Oreo, 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 Oreo. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play the piano for you, and you can do that exercise on your own without me singing. Oreo, Oreo, Oreo. You can do it with one Oreo on each note like we just did, or you can just go Oreo. Whatever works for you. Okay, here we are. Always the B's. B flat or B major. Tricky. I don't know why. Not the worst accidentals in the world. Breathe. Breathe on your key change. 2 more. delightfully awful. Okay, good. So let's combine them for the last little section of our practice this. Let's combine them. So you're going to go he, ha, he, Oreo. He, ha, he, Oreo. He, ha, he, Oreo. If you're feeling it really adventurous, you could go he, ha, he, Oreo, 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 Oreo. He, ha, he, Oreo, Oreo, Oreo. He, ha, he, Oreo. Maybe I'll alternate. He, ha, he, Oreo, Oreo, Oreo. He, ha, he, Oreo. He, ha, he, Oreo, Oreo, Oreo. He, ha, he, Oreo. Last one. He, ha, he, Oreo, Oreo, Oreo. Yes, so that was your practice this session for this Tuesday, Election Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a good day. I changed up the schedule a little bit this week. We're not going to have a session tomorrow, although I may be online or may put a highlight up from our lesson on Monday. So do check out the channel tomorrow if you're looking for something to practice. Otherwise, you can keep practicing this. And I highly recommend you practice it and record it and put it up on Instagram. You can hashtag singwithme_2020, hashtag practice this, okay? Or join me on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's my next stream when we will have our vocal chat. I talked about this yesterday in the lesson and decided, since I was able to reach so many people on Monday night at 5 p.m., that I thought I might move the stream schedule and see if I can reach some more folks. So tomorrow, 2 days from now, Thursday, November 5th, Thursday, November 5th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be on here on Twitch streaming a vocal chat session. I will be just practicing. If you want to join me and ask me any questions about singing, if you want to share some of your own singing with me, we could even have an interaction if you'd like, and we could talk about what we can do to help you sing better, or you can share some of your favorite singers with me. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. So I'll see you this Thursday, November 5th at 5 p.m. for our next stream. It'll be a vocal chat session. Please join me. Sending you love and high notes on this Election Tuesday. Let your voice be heard.